All right, today's the day. So we've been collecting parts for the Chevelle from Hell project. We got shipment notification today for the final part that we were waiting for. It was the transmission and torque converter that had to be custom made. We can start tear down. The boys are already on it. We're gonna start pulling the Terminator X, the drivetrain, getting everything ready. We're gonna get it up on the lift, start laying out all the fab work that we're gonna do. So we got the torque boxes, the tubular reinforced torque boxes. We've got the tubular center section reinforcements that we can start. Larger brakes all the way around. We're gonna run all new plumbing for the brakes. All that stuff can start. And then once the transmission gets here, we can finish out all of that stuff, paint it up, whatever we need to do, because we do have to weld in the transmission mount. Perfect day. We had a work bay open up. Bam, here it is. The guys are tearing it down. We're gonna try to turn and burn this thing. Pretty straightforward job. There's a lot of front end work. We did a lot of math just to get everything laid out, all the gearing, all of our suspension, spring rates, all that stuff. It took a lot up front. Pretty much just gonna be handled like any other engine swap, and then a suspension tune that'll be more in depth. A lot of the work will be after everything's in. You know, putting a big block in this thing, GM did that from the factory. Not a huge deal. There may be some space constraints with the tall deck big block with the 10.2 inch deck height instead of the 9.8 with the factory. We'll see when it comes to power brake booster, the windshield wiper motor, how that all lays out, but I don't foresee there being any major issues. I'm really excited. We still have a couple odds and ends that are working their way here to the shop. A few bought parts just haven't arrived yet, but for the most part, the big stuff is here. Customers handling the header selection, so hopefully that shows up here pretty soon, and we might actually be able to fire this thing not that far down the road. So I'm pretty excited for that. All right, Joel, what are you working on?
So right now I'm disassembling, pretty much getting it ready to be pulled. Got everything wiring harness wise disconnected already. Now I'm pulling fuel rails so I can pull the supercharger off.
Yeah. I mean, what's more professional than a jack handle?
With jack handle? You can use this.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. That looks actually a little more lightweight for these Cornwell. That's tool truck quality, baby. Yeah. All right, Phil, what are you working on?
Working on the dash right now, taking it out all in one piece. There's no wires going to be cut. AC vents are going to be in there. You can take these out in one piece. You just need to take your time. It's actually 6 bolts and the whole dash comes out. Trying to take out the Holley Terminator system without cutting any wires and all that kind of stuff.
It's a iron block 6-liter trick flow heads, LSA supercharger, CVF front runner kit. I'm guessing around a stage 2 cam of some sort. There's no build sheet provided with the engine. It's got a nice sound, but it's nothing too crazy. So it was a well-sized cam for a street car build. It's nothing, wild or anything like that. Got a 4L80 on the back side of it. We're gonna try to pull it all in one piece, put it on a pallet, and have it able to be fired up and run in case anybody wants to come take a look at it and they want to make sure it sounds good and check everything out, make sure it runs well. It's for sale, about 12 grand for the whole shebang. Feel like that's a fair price for a well-built engine, a front runner kit, air-to-water intercooler, built 4L80. There's a bunch of other stuff. If you have a Chevelle, I mean, all this stuff will just bolt right in. Don't know if anybody out there's doing a Chevelle project wants an LS swap. This thing's does pretty good. Made 485 at the tire on the dyno, and it's on pump gas. It's low boost. So it's just a nice conservative little build. Nothing too crazy. Got a nice supercharger whine. It'll smoke the tires. It'll get up and go. There's definitely room to push the setup a little bit further if you wanted to, but I mean, I'd leave it right the way it is. This thing smokes the tires no problem. It's a good cruiser.
Disconnecting power, supercharger's off. The motor will be ready to be pulled today. We're gonna take the 6.0 liter out and we're gonna slap a big block in it. Big block. The big block go rap, 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 rap. That one go wait. Big block go rap, 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 rap.
Grab those wheel shots. Straight in front of you, behind them. 12 o'clock.
What you got going? You look tired. Pre-game interview, Phil.
Pre-game interview? Where's my fucking beer?
Alright, so what you been doing?
Sitting here looking pretty.
Guide in there. I don't know what kind of motor mounts these are.
Another way to comment, you like
I would have had that thing running like a demon on cocaine 45 minutes ago. Gonna do it like that, round and round.
I can feel it biting the rubber in there. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's pinched.
Give us a promo. How much did you say this was for? 12 grand?
Hey, it's only 120 easy payments of $59.95. All right.
Do the math on that. This is your term right here. 120 payments times, let's say 62.50. That ain't
That's
enough.
not right.
That ain't enough. No.
Get the angle of the dangle right.
A tad bit.
You see the tail shaft? You don't hit it on the ground. Yep, perfect. I'm good over here. Keep going. Yep, just like that. Just keep going slow. Yep. Yep, keep going. She's pretty well free now. Just keep going and yeah, just take it all the way back. You should be clear now.
Yep.
Angle all the way back. Okay, and then come up. Go up a little higher. A little higher. All right, you're clear. Straight back. All right, you're clear. All right, this recently pulled iron block 6-liter, trick flow head, stage 2 cam, LSA supercharger, with the 4L80, full CVF front runner kit, ready to go if you've got a 68 to 72. I think they're what? They're actually 67 to 77 or 62 to 77. I forget what the A bodies are. This will drop straight in. We've also got a 9-inch that'll coming out of this thing. Nice Ford 9-inch, probably I would say good for 450 horsepower, 500, so a good street build. We don't know a lot about it. This drivetrain package could be yours. Let us know if you're interested. Runs good. Made 485 to the tire on low boost.
Joel, what'd you think?
Oh yeah, who? Yeah.
What do you think, Phil? Did that go pretty well? This is a snap-on, dude.
Post-game interview? That was simple.
I mean, we didn't scratch the paint. We spilled a lot of transmission fluid. Probably could have drained the pan first. That would have been a big help. Didn't damage the motor in any way. Didn't waste any time. That was pretty quick. What did you think as the cameraman?
I thought it was pretty good. What'd you think? Alright. Said we did a pretty good job on that one.
All right, got a delivery. Curry 9-inch for the Chevelle from Hell project. Still waiting on the transmission, but pretty much everything else is here. God, look at Phil over here, forklift certified. What can't he do? Signature.
I just need a name.
Look at that. Heck yeah. It's a bad rig right there, dude.
Add an oil sticker on here.
Unit ships without oil. Billet carrier, the nodular cast iron center section. She's a bad rig. Yeah. 325s. It'll be good burnouts, but he's not going to just blow the tires off every time he hits the throttle. And we can always step down to the next one they offered was a 300, just a straight 3.0. But that one's going to take 50 RPMs off the 70 mile an hour time or 150 RPM off the 70 mile an hour time. So the initial gear right now is 8.5 to 1 in first gear. That's going to give him a super hard launch. But with 300s, it drops to like a 6 something to 1 in first gear. A lot less violent. That first gear would pull for 10 miles probably.
Be like Corvette, get to 90 in the first gear. Yeah.
That's probably exactly what this thing would have done.
I am taking the small brakes, small wheel woods, and we are going these bad boys. Literally see the difference. New hubs, new bearings. Everything's gonna be new except for the spindles. So it can stop because that right there, puny ass brake lines, super small. New brake lines, everything. Go wah, 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 wah. And then it's gonna go wah, 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 wah. Now we're gonna have brakes. It might throw you through the windshield, but hey, at least you got brakes.
Today, concentrating on getting this rear end redone. Had an old 9-inch. I believe we're going in with a 10-inch, or 10 bolt. Nice new setup, some more gear options. This thing should be ready to handle quite a bit more. Since we're putting whole new combo setup in this, we need something that'll handle closer to 1,000, and that old unit just wasn't gonna do it. We got some plywood, brake calipers, emergency brake setup going on here. Thing's gonna be able to stop on a dime when we're done. Big thing you gotta remember on these is you gotta shim them for the space on the brake pads. If you don't, you're not gonna brake right.
Swapping out the springs on the coilovers because the spring rate on these is too small to hold that big behemoth of a motor. Willwood, for those who can't read.
Right there, that's good. Getting the accessory kit on this thing. Concept 1 kit, higher end of your kits, but it comes with water pump, alternator, compressor, everything that you need. It's heavy duty, it's robust, and it looks really nice. Today we're working on getting the body separated from the frame. Stiffening kit that we're gonna weld in here. Got some side plates boxed in the frame, cross member for the transmission, and a nice little hoop for the drive shaft. Get this thing nice and stiff for all this power that we're gonna throw at it. Taking the body off of these is fairly simple. Drive shaft, your brake lines, it's 8 body mounts. You gotta take your front bumper off, and then a piece of trim in the back that you have to take off to get clearance. Other than that, these are pretty simple to come off though. So we're gonna get this thing off and get started. Now we got the body off the frame. We're gonna start getting everything prepped for this Summit stiffening kit.